Welcome to the stream, guys. My name is David Lozeau. Thank you for joining me here. I'm just gonna do a little painting this afternoon. It's kind of an impromptu. Just figured since I'm painting that I'd turn the stream on in case you wanted to just hang out, check it out. Appreciate you stopping by. Working on the last painting for my Halloween sale on Wednesday. So just trying to doing some of the legwork now and getting it rolling. This little bewitching kitchen. One of two witch pieces in my Halloween sale. So it's been fun to kind of, again, dive into subjects I haven't got a chance to do before. So as always, if you have any questions while watching the stream, feel free to fire them over. We just gonna get rolling here. This is a good substitute. Now that we're off the road and I'm not doing live demos like I normally do, this has been a fun diversion. Fun diversion to kind of, you know, reach out and share the work and share the process. So again, any questions you have, feel free to fire them over. I'm just gonna keep painting here and we'll just have a painty Monday. So this is the Enamel Stage. I've already done the acrylic in the background and the gouache colors on all the characters. And this is where all the line work gets put in. It's kind of the most fun part to share. So I did the slow stuff off camera this morning and figured I'd fire up the cameras for the fun part. Mm-hmm. We'll see how long the shipping department cooperates today. They are the stream killers. the shipping department is the trio of canines that run this street. I'm going to trademark skulls with beating marks. Hey, thanks for coming back again, Bjork. Appreciate you hanging out. So, my painting ideas, normally, just whatever kind of, I'm inspired by at the time. It can be all over the map. With these here, being Halloween themed was kind of the goal, so I kind of have been working with that in mind and kind of, sketching out ideas and come up with concepts I like, things I haven't done before, and kind of exploring, concepts. You may see, I think there's 8 paintings in the sale, but there's probably, 10 or 15 concepts that I explored to try and get to that point to see what I liked and what worked. Some things are great ideas, but they just don't, they're difficult to visually translate, and it's a process. So, I just kind of ideas, for me, luckily it's a sketch pad, and I have all these different concepts in my head, and, inspiration can kind of come from, an old painting masterwork, just really, but anywhere. So I keep a list on my phone of kind of, scratch ideas, they're kind of rough. On my phone, it's just loose. It might say, man on horse facing, fort wall, just, something very generic, but it's the framework of an idea, and they kind of come in fragments, and they kind of get flushed out from there, and usually unfortunately I wind up thinking about them when I'm going to bed and not sleeping. This little idea here I thought of this morning, sketched it out in a few minutes, and it was ready to start painting. Some of them they come fast and furious sometimes. But again, thanks for joining the stream again. I appreciate you hanging out. And to follow up on that kind of question, I think that for me, these smalls are really kind of a fun way to capture concepts and, you know, funny ideas that, you know, they're too small to be a full, you know, giant painting. So it's a really fun way to kind of explore concepts that wouldn't be painted otherwise. These little small fragments they're fun, they're cute, you know, things you get to test out and try that you wouldn't do in, you know, giant full-size deals.
Cool to see how creative and different they are. The small ones always have a comedy element to them.
Definitely, I really enjoy the fun. The small ones they're just little jokes. They're kind of like little visual funny riddles. You know, little stories, short stories. It's really just a fun. They're perfect for that. They really just have that kind of, you know, whimsical quality. I agree. They're definitely perfect for that kind of the comedy aspect. Is a good way to put it. I really enjoyed getting a chance to do some Halloween themed stuff. We haven't done this in a while, ever actually. Like, you know, I think maybe one other piece had pumpkins in it that was kind of this type of theme. So it's been an enjoyable diversion. I hope you guys enjoy it. Hey, Fat Sal, thanks for hanging out, coming on over. Leaving the Facebooks to go to the dark side. Hopefully one day we'll get to see you guys again out there in Arizona.
Any Dia art coming up?
Any specific Dia art? You know,
Everything was canceled.
everything was canceled, all the shows, so nothing specific, nothing traditional per se. Yeah, can't travel anywhere, can't do anything. So in that way, we're kind of on hold. So there's nothing new traditional Dia stuff coming out. Kind of did the Halloween stuff here. I have a large nautical piece on deck after this. After the Halloween stuff, a couple large commissions. So probably it for now. It'll be a little while until I get to that stuff. But yeah, exactly, and the little stuff is very somewhat traditional. I always have more of those coming. So large ones, full giant ones probably not, but cute funny ones definitely. With the live streaming now, I'm gonna try and do more and more of these smalls, just because they're fun to watch and they're fun for me to kind of to work on and play with the live streaming setup.
Little one has been drawing a lot and wants to be an artist now.
See? Corrupted the little one. So she doesn't want to be a gang member. Stab people. She wants to be an artist now. I told you. Win her over.
She can still stab people.
She's still going to stab people. She's very stabby. That's awesome. Well, that's why I kind of do these feeds too, is so that people, when I was at Disney doing my artist in residence every year, just to talk to students, who are getting started in art and all the questions they had. I really enjoyed sharing, some of my ups and downs and things I've been through with them, and I missed that. And that was another reason we kind of did the live feeds now, is so kids can ask those questions and kind of, ask about the life of a working artist and what goes into it, and so it's really cool to hear that.
She still wants to start a gang, but now it's an art gang.
Okay, that's good. She's less stabby. I will rep her gang just for fear of getting stabbed.
Yeah, she said the insight they can get from somebody is extremely valuable for someone just starting on their journey. Talk to artists and such.
I totally agree, and that's kind of why I love being able to talk to kids. It's just, there's growing up, I didn't have anybody else that was an artist to really talk to. I had my aunt was a graphic designer, and that did give me, and that's what my actual degree is in, and it gave me a creative outlet to kind of do art in a creative way and still have a job. I didn't even know there were so many other creative jobs out there that you could do. I mean, You could be a professional sculptor who makes Halloween masks for companies. You can do, set design. I mean, the movie industry has 1,000 jobs just in that. There's 3D game design. There's so much. And just to be able to explain that you can be an artist is a full-time job. You can do it. It isn't just a starving thing you do, like other people have thought about in the past, kind of maligned that, you're going to be a starving artist guy. There's just so much more you can do with that. And being able to talk to parents. I've had numerous conversations with parents on my residency and also just in general at shows, just trying to, take the edge off them, explain, what it means and what goes into it. And don't worry, your kids can do this. It is a real degree. It is a real thing. Give them a chance. I think at Disney too, I always love being able to take the pressure off these kids, who are in school for degrees. I mean, they're worried about what they have. Is it they're thinking to match up? Is it good enough? Their teacher says they need this. They don't have this. Just some of the weird pressures that these kids feel. So I do enjoy this live stream, being able to kind of, talk to kids. I mean, I'm amazed when they reach out to me and they're doing a paper on me or something like that and share stories. And, I'm the artist they picked. They want to know more. I think it's kind of an obligation as an artist to kind of help cut some of the mistakes down that I've made, help the next person. I've made almost all of them and I keep making them. Try and save a kid a few.
Derek was saying, off topic, but what do you think about people making a living off YouTube and doing art videos, like challenges and things like that?
What I think about people making a full-time living off YouTube, first of all, it's amazing, and the amount of pressure to make videos and make content is amazing. I think that's when we got started here. Luckily I do art, and that's why I'm here. If I was not an artist, I don't think I could deal with some of the pressure these guys do of the live feeds and just everything, making videos all the time. If you can make a living on YouTube, then that's excellent. If you can be creative in that way and control your income and be creative and come up with some people want to watch and do that, I'm all for it. I think it's pretty amazing they can do that. Now there's a flip side. It is a little, circus clown. Some of the art channels that have tons of followers, it's every fourth video is like the same kind of thing. I'm gonna do a Bob Ross tutorial. I'm gonna paint for 48 hours straight. It's kind of circus freak tricks, and the art isn't really what's getting them by. It's kind of more of the obsession we have with watching people do weird things. It's not necessarily the craft they do, but even that though, even those circus tricks, parlor tricks, take a lot of work to come up with, to keep doing it, to run a channel. I mean, I know the work that goes into the production, so I respect that. That's a hustle that I do respect. That said, you will not see me doing a paint for 48 hours straight type things on this side.
Or Inktober?
Yeah, you won't see me do Inktober either. You should be drawing all year long. You shouldn't need some kind of prompt to do it. I sound like bitter old guy, get off my lawn. So I do apologize if that's how it came off. But I'm bitter old guy, get off my lawn, so there you go. I was just going to say, this is one of those weird days where I'm like, what did you do today? I drew a dismembered eyeball.
There's the proper ocular nerves.
Oh, yes. This is obviously a right eye. You can tell. Cartoon snakes are like my favorite things. Let's make them look like a rattlesnakey kind of snake. Still beware.
Much scarier.
Yeah, super scary. You should look out. I'm getting wrinkles like he's got something in his belly. This is a weird paint day. Snakes. Eyeballs. Still hearts. Still bones.
Sal says, can we get a shipping department update?
Shipping department update. So, they are, for quarantine, we made the mistake of getting another dog. Because we figured, hey, we're home. We actually didn't plan on doing that. It just kind of worked out that way. But they are doing well. They are all sleeping right now. And I dare not put the camera because as soon as they see the camera, you think it's like time. It's on. It's go time all of a sudden. So they are all sleeping currently. And if they get up, I will drag them on camera here. They're all on the couch. Well, I guess we can. Let's grab the dog cam here for a second. Nah, sorry. Got a glare. You don't get to see them yet. I'm not ruining this. Just because there's more dogs than people on the stream right now.
Ben is cool. Says, yo, what's up?
Hey, Ben.
Tell me what to his page.
Yes, went to your page, Ben. Saw your stream there. Awesome. And I knew it was yours because of the Mountain Dew header. Ben is the first person to ever ask me for Mountain Dew art. Ben's trying to get me sued.
Shipping department update. Somebody got castrated.
Oh, yes. Shipping bar update. Someone's, we had their huevo rancheros removed. I feel like there's some animosity from him because of that. I don't know why there's 24 count in there, but make sure you get the right size box. Bjork had asked about where the ideas come from. I think I get really excited because there's just no rules either. I'm at the stage in my career where I don't worry about what a piece is gonna do, sell, or I just get to really paint what I want. So I can do just whatever I can think of. Again, you could stick eyeballs inside this little piece, and I could, you know, little hearts and snakes. And really, it's really for me very fun that I could just kind of do what I want and paint what I want, and it's, you know, very amazing position to be in, very humbling, but I do enjoy just being able to jump in and paint.
You're saying that on those kinds of shows, it's like they're trying to cover all mediums instead of focusing.
Yes, all those YouTube shows, they're built to get clicks, and they don't want to eliminate anybody or eliminate anything. You know, they want as many viewers as possible. So if, you know, if they did just acrylic, then they lose everybody else. So they try and, you know, cast these wide nets with art. And again, I don't want to say they're not artists. They're just not the technician part of art, I guess, is the kind of way to put it. You know, they're not honing their skills to be better at art. They're honing their YouTube prowess to make better videos, to get more clicks, to be more engaging. It's just a different hustle. You know, they're not worrying about prints. They're not worrying about, you know, new originals. They're not worried about that kind of stuff. They're just worried about YouTube videos. So in that way, they're artists in a creative sense, but not in a painting sense. I hate to crap on anybody who's making stuff, but that's it's tough to have full. It's just a different job. It's better. They're not artists. They're not painters. They're not. You know. It's not apples to apples. I mean, I follow some artists, and the artists I follow are pretty much like you said. They're specific in a field. Like one is a watercolor guy I follow. I love those kind of channels, even though I don't do a lot of watercolor. That's what I enjoy watching, and he's an artist who does that. You know. And yes, they're clickbaity sometimes because they still need to make their money to have their channel, but at least it's a specialization. He's good at what he does and focuses on that rather than trying to do everything, be everything to get the clicks.
Sal asks, can you explain how you make your backgrounds?
So Sal's asking, how do I make my backgrounds? So the backgrounds are basically made up of layers of acrylic. So what I'll do is I usually know a tone that I'm doing. Like with this one, I knew that I wanted a warm tone. So I'll start with a tone, and then I'll work with the lightest colors first. So like this one here specifically, basically I'll lay down the lightest tone of red, you know, lay it on there with a paintbrush, then just scrape, scrub, wipe with different tools to kind of get the texture I want. And then I'll add another layer that's a little darker and another layer and kind of keep repeating that over and over, darkening each time and then drying it in between each time, and just kind of just keep going and going until I get kind of the tone I want. I don't ever know what it's going to look like exactly. I just kind of know the direction that I want it to go. And because my work is so line art and so strong line oriented, I try and keep things loose and atmospheric because it just fits my work. If it was to be super rendered backgrounds or, you know, just wouldn't, they'd look like they'd get flat in a hurry. This gives them some dimensionality, lets them work in a, you know, very atmospheric, you know, ethereal kind of feel to it. That'll be my 1 millionth subscriber video. I'll actually do a background. You gotta have some special sauce, man. You can't share everything. I'm gonna move this over to here. We're gonna switch over to the top of the broom. Is that in cam? Mm-hmm. Everything's good. Again, thanks everybody who's hanging out here. Appreciate you guys stopping over. Again, any questions you have, by all means, I will attempt to answer everything or lie really well.
says he and his mom are making cups and painting them, and now they're starting to do hydro dripping. I don't know what that is.
Oh. Very cool, Ben. Hydro dripping is pretty cool too. You guys will be doing acrylic pours in no time. All this talk, he's gonna have a YouTube channel, an art channel by the time we're done this stream. Hydro pours are cool too. You can do all kinds of fun stuff. Basically, the paint's on top of the water layer, and you can kind of dip objects in there and paint coats to it. I've seen it done amazing stuff. I mean, obviously the professional stuff's really cool, but you can actually do it really easy. You know, not easy, it's pretty messy, but just it's something that can be done at home and is really fun and messy to try. I have not had the guts to make that mess yet. It's very cool though, you're making art with your mama. That's fun. Nice job, Mrs. Ben.
This is Bonker. Ah, you could do it with your logo.
Oh, yes I can. Very cool. See, he gets it. Marketing genius Ben is. So some really cool hydro dipping skulls, and it was just done with spray paint. Kind of, you know, some color combos that were kind of neat and complementary, and they just did over top of a bucket, and they kind of dunked the skulls with some neat end results. And now you can actually even get hydro dip decals printed for you, in like Ben said, in sheets of stuff, and do it yourself in any kind of design you get. I've seen, you know, clip art of M&Ms and stuff, and you know, all kinds of.
What is the going rate for a 24 count box of Love Hearts?
Love Heart boxes are very expensive. Especially 24 count ones, which is the large size.
Oh, that's the large size.
Yeah. The tariffs are very high now. Yeah. So. Used to be a lot easier to get. So again, thank you guys for hanging out, watching the stream. We're getting better at this. Again, now that we're off the road and I don't do live demos, this is how I'm gonna capture. I'm gonna stay in touch and share the art. I appreciate you guys coming along.
I wish we had a puppy cam.
Do a puppy cam shot. I'll slide the camera over.
They're all up.
See? They like herd puppy cam. That's why they don't have their own channel. He heard puppy cam and got up. That's ridiculous. No, I don't want to hear it. No talking. We used to end our live streams with a shot of the dogs, but every time I go over there, they all go bananas. Let me lay back down because you know the cam's not on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and get a puppy cam we can cut into the stream periodically because gotta be covert on it. Bastards. And if anybody's interested, I'll be posting the recipe for what's in this pot later on too. It's vegan, so
I do have a question.
yeah. Definitely a green juice of some kind. I think it's vegan until he tosses that eyeball in there. I think that makes it.
Ben's asking how your day is.
Hey Ben, my day is excellent. Appreciate you asking. This is kind of the end of the day now. We kind of decided we had some time, so we do a little live stream. Did all my shipping out prints and stuff, getting out orders today. That was the whole first half of just about every day. So now I'm just kind of relaxing in the studio with everybody, and we're just chilling out. Dogs are snoring up a storm, so we figured we'd do some streaming. So I'm thrilled that we can keep doing this consistently now. Getting everything figured out, getting all the streaming software, all the bits and pieces. So it's a good day. Ice Cube would say. He's like, who's that? It's an old man reference. And I would say since you're making art with your mom, it's a pretty fun day too.
When will we see Mrs. Lozeau's artwork?
Who's asking that?
Björk.
Björk. Her artwork is, jeez. It's not even word.
Amateur.
Unrefined. Let's put it this way: she loves, she's seen all my art. She's seen everything I've done. So she has, sees the work and, has ideas and has, hey, you've thought about doing this, that kind of thing. Sometimes I'll make her do a drawing just to mess with her, to show me what she's talking about. And no matter what she draws, it looks like a My Little Pony horse. Everything. Sometimes like a horse is voting, the horse is on vacation. I don't know what it is, but it's all the same horse. We get enough. One day we'll paint.
No, we won't.
We'll paint her drawing. Another 1 million subscriber contest that we'll do. Yeah. See, we've got it all planned out. Once we get 1 million subscribers, we're gonna ruin the stream. That's what I'm hearing. We're there. Okay. The best part about this is that she's seen every piece I've done from the beginning. We've been together for 1,000 years. So she knows, because I'll just draw stuff that, I think is cool, but apparently I've done it before. I don't even know that, oh no, that's the same piece I already did. I'm like, what? How's that even possible? Plagiarizing myself. So I think it's important to have someone who will tell you exactly, straight shooter. I say that right now.
So she's trying to bewitch this guy. Who's the skull the crow's sitting on?
Ex-boyfriend? I don't know. Someone ask?
No, I'm asking.
Oh. I don't know. Maybe to bewitch him, you need to takes the essence of two men to make one? I don't know. I don't know how it all works. I'll check the recipe, though. I thought it just came with the box of love. Bjork if I could get her to do it. I just don't think she's going to cooperate. Collaborate on a disaster. Okay, we'll do it for the 100,000 when I get my little YouTube panel. That's what we'll do. Celebrate the end of the channel.
Sal's saying no tequila collab this year.
No what?
No tequila.
No tequila collab, not this year. But again, we always new stuff coming. Again, with a situation with everything shutting down, it kind of ended a lot of our projects mid-thing. Again, Disney's over now. The Wonderground Gallery is gone, so I won't be doing artist in residence there. We've done that for going on 8 years. So really, a lot of things kind of dried up and got shut down. So we're, right now, that's kind of hoping things get turned back around, and we'll get some of that stuff fired back up eventually.
But what do you have coming up with the skateboard?
But yeah, we just released a skateboard series with Technique, so you can check that out. Released 5 decks. Super excited. Just some of my most really favorite dark art that I've done. Just a really beautiful series of decks. Just go together so well. They did a great job with them. So definitely check those out. We'll post a link up to those. So those are released already. I have a snowboard series coming out. Should be released, I think. I'm trying to get a confirmation on that wasn't pushed back also. So I'll know very soon. We did release 2 last year. The Devil's DeVille and the By the Sword of the Samurai. So we're doing another series, 2 more of those. So as soon as I know for sure, I'll post up a link to that. Hoping to hear any day now. So we got those coming out. Let's see what else is in the works.
Oh yeah, Sal said he got a deck of the skateboard.
Yes, he did snag those. Thank you, Sal, for snagging those. So yeah, so hopefully some more stuff soon, but everything kind of got paused. So right now, that's what it is.
The toolboxes.
So yeah, so I have the toolboxes being made by SunX. Those are still going forward with the current designs. The new designs are also on hold. I have 2 new designs that should be released, I guess, probably next year. They're going to be released at SEMA this year, where I was going to debut them. Obviously, with SEMA being canceled, that got canceled too. So those are on hold, but we'll hopefully be releasing those soon, once everything gets back up and running. Yeah, it's always, those projects are always super fun to do. All those collaborations. So we're dying to get them back on track and get some more licensing going out there, and we'll should give you guys some cool new products. So again, probably about 10 minutes left. So again, any questions you guys got in, pop them on in here. Thank you guys for joining my live stream. Again, I want to give the YouTuber, but if you can like and subscribe, help grow the channel now that we're here. Promise you we're not going away. This isn't a quick hitter. This is what we do now that we're off the road. So hope you'll join us. Check out the work. We'll be doing live streams, regular videos, all kinds of stuff. I love his little skull feet. But I'll try and do some videos sharing, process stuff, obviously, but also some of the, the workshop, the supplies I use, some of that stuff people have been asking for. So hang around and join.
Any more Fender collabs in the future?
Question is, any more Fender collaborations? No. As of right, again, they moved their entire facilities to.
Was most of them marketed like Burbank?
Yeah, Burbank or somewhere terrible. They from Arizona. They moved all their stuff and all new people. So that I think we're probably done with that right now. Again, a great experience. We love seeing them pop up and all that kind of things. But they've they hired a new CEO and gone in some different directions. So not really doing much collaboration at all anymore with anybody. So kind of a bummer to see that. But maybe it'll come back in the future. Always a chance. I've seen stranger things happen. It's a bummer because I didn't get my signature ukuleles. It ruined the whole thing. Little feet on the pot? Mm-hmm. I want a pot like that.
Oh, what about tiki mugs?
Yes. So, in the world of new collaborations, we're going to have some new tiki mugs in the works. Can't release many details now because I don't know any details, but we are working on some new stuff, so we'll leave it at that. We're shooting for Valentine's Day. So I will obviously do posts and updates here. The live streams where everything will be found out ahead of anywhere else. We're going to thank you guys for hanging out and give you guys first. You heard it here first. But excited to release another round of Tiki Mugs. And if you want to see this round of Tiki Mugs, you can go on my site. You can see that there.
Realize you had snowboards. Find out the road.
Yes, you can find my snowboards at thehouse.com. I think they may still have some boards there. And that's who will be, it's there by Chamois, I believe is how you say it. But I believe thehouse.com is who had them before, so I think if they still have any left over. Get those snowboards for Arizona. I know, it isn't always terrible there. Sometimes it's only 100. All right, get the last bit of questions in here. I'm just going to break out the white and pop some highlights.
Ben was saying, notify me about the tiki mugs and the links below, apparel and accessories.
So on my site, in the links below in the apparel and accessories, you can see the tiki mug right in there. And that's made with through Tiki Farm, the mug makers.
Fortuna Z-Cat said they have the Fender Tree of Life, the only guitar they play now. The cat put a small claw mark in it for the first 5 minutes. That
Well, thank you for snatching up the Tree of Life and that damn cat. I know how that is. I have numerous things wrecked as soon as I get home. But you know what? That just gives it a personality and a story you'll have from day one. Damn cats. Always reminds me of my favorite story of the damn dogs. So years ago, we had a boxer named Poppy, and so we went to a restaurant and we got burritos, or I think we got tacos, and they had some extra tortillas. So we put them in the, just took them with us because they get, we're full. Like I was taking them home even later. So we were making a quick stop at the art store, of course. So it was definitely my fault. So we left them in the car and we just tossed the tortillas in the glove box, not thinking anything of it. Well, we came out.
They're in tinfoil.
They're wrapped in tin foil, in a plastic bag, in a paper bag. So we just didn't think twice. So I tossed it in the glove box and we went inside for maybe 10 minutes tops. So we came outside, and when we looked inside the car, the dog had used both paws to tear a hole in the dashboard that was easily 2 feet long by about a foot wide. I mean, all down to the styrofoam, down to the fiberglass under it. I mean, tore it apart, and the whole front seat's covered with foam. I mean, everything. And we just sat there. One of those moments where you can't even speak to each other, like just in complete disbelief. He had torn the entire thing apart. Our own faults, because dumb to not think that he would want that, but we almost murdered him. That was definitely like I could kill a dog. That little bastard. So that was probably the worst thing our dogs have done by far. I say by far, but I mean they're outside right now. It could be topped already. I don't even know it yet. Oh, thanks, Ben. Yeah, the knives, again, the knives were by Sunex, too. They did my the Toolboxes. Yeah, they did a great job on those. And it's really, again, to have your own knives, it's pretty cool to see the artwork on there. They're done really well. They look really cool. They got the blade assist, so they pop open. Thanks for checking them out. Yeah, that's the fun part, the art, getting to see it on so many things. And, we've seen it on, it's been wrapped on over complete liquor stores in Piccadilly Square in London, for El Jimador. It's amazing some of the stuff places it's been. I've seen it as a 30-foot by 20-foot billboard at a festival. It's a pretty fun thing that never gets old. All right, so you can see that. I'm just going to get the white out, pop some highlights, and we'll be done. So again, any questions you guys have, put them in the comments below. Anything at all, because if I missed you, then I'll get back to you in the comments. But again, thank you guys for hanging out and checking out the stream. We're going to keep doing it. It's going to keep getting better. I will get a dog cam. I've heard the request. Mostly internal, but I've heard the request. All right, so as always, I got my enamel. I'm gonna just add a couple of drops of reducer to make it flow a little easier, and then I'm just gonna pop some little white highlights on some spots that I think could benefit. So, and this is popping highlights is one of those things that makes a big difference, but you can overdo it. It's one of those things you gotta go with us lightly. It's kind of spots that I just think could use a little more call out. Ben's asking what my dream car is. It's a 72 Riviera, but besides that, yes, I was quick to point that out. Yeah, a Buick Riviera, lowered, hidden headlights. Also, a 72 Land Rover Defender would also be high on my list. A little tiny Nash Rambler is high on our family list also.
Continental.
Oh, yeah, a black Lincoln Continental because, you have to. problem is my garage fits none of these. So it fits I have a Ural motorcycle, which is a motorcycle with a sidecar, which is great. So we get to pretend we're Indiana Jones heading down the road. So that I love that, and that's probably might be the limit of my vehicles. I've had motorcycles and Jeeps and ATVs and all those kind of things, and I think the Ural really is one of my favorites. It's just people yell at us as we're driving down the road to pull over so I can take pictures. It's a fun vehicle.
I know it's a classic Camaro.
Ah, classic Camaro. Mm-hmm. Can't go wrong there. So I'm just going to pop a bit more and we'll be ready to go here. So thank you guys again. We're going to probably pop up. Again, check out my sale on Thursday. All this stuff goes live. These originals, the prints, everything will be live there. Again, and this is while we live stream for getting these pieces done. I'll be live streaming more after that. I have some big pieces that we'll stream. You guys have seen a lot of small stuff, so we'll try and get going on a big one too, so you can check that out. That's always fun to watch. So we're just gonna highlight some of those things. Oh, let's put a little, give the eyeball a little beep. Another little beep, beep. Let's give that some dots too. All right. Didn't like how dark that object was, so I was able to carve a little out with the white. All right, put a couple of sploochies in here. Almost missed the reason I got this out. Sound effects are very important to laying in highlights. How dare you? Yeah, for some reason my ravens are always super annoyed at the entire thing. All right, last step, we're gonna sign that in the corner and then we are done. This is a very Bob Ross moment of the video, I feel like. Gonna sign that right here, and our little world is done. Make your own little world. And look, I made the eye looking right at my signature. It seems very self-indulgent. All right. Thank you guys again. Appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next stream. Have a good night.